Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at the Funland Drive-In Theater in Tampa, Florida, and guess what? We have a little special review. Yes, I have this 2020 Nissan Titan. This one comes in right at the sweet spot. It's a SL trim. What we're gonna do is that Nissan wanted to kind of showcase, since we're in a world now where we have to kind of social distance and maybe movie theaters aren't the best place to go to, drive-ins are still out there. And with the 2020 Nissan Titan, we're gonna be able to showcase, is this really the perfect movie drive-in date night truck, date night vehicle to go see a movie in? What we have is Lori is gonna be part of this review. We're gonna do a little bit of discussion banter, but we're also gonna showcase a lot of the nice amenities that the SL trim brings, such as the all-new for 2020 Fender audio system. So let's go ahead. I want to show you where we're going to be spending the night together as we watch this drive-in movie. All right, guys, sitting inside the 2020 Nissan Titan. We've done a couple reviews of them already, but like I said, this is the SL trim, so I really think this is going to be your biggest bang of the buck for the buck, and you're going to get some really nice touches in here. For movie night, do you have enough storage? If you're going to a drive-in, do you have enough storage for the snacks? Let's check out and see. To the door panels. What I love about the door panel, first of all, is the two-tone material, the tan with the dark black material. It's soft up top. You have that nice style armrest, and then down below, check it out, a place not for just one, but also two drinks. We have Lori's favorite squirt soda, and then we have some wonderful sun-kissed orange soda. Really make that night perfect for the drive-in. Now on the interior, you can see all the room that you have, so you're not gonna be cramped. It's not like going to a movie theater where you're all squished next to one another. Somebody's like coughing and picking their nose on you. We do have the updated 9-inch infotainment system. Remember, this is something new for 2020. Obviously, we have Apple CarPlay hooked up, but you hit that menu button and you could go into all your different functions. This is what we're gonna be utilizing, obviously, to access the sound of the movie through the Fender audio system. Now, normally, if this was a cool night, we might want to have the windows open, maybe even sit in the bed of the truck. But here in Florida, especially this time of the year, it's hot, it's muggy. Sitting inside is going to be the way to go. We got dual climate control, which is wonderful. You, of course, have all the storage areas. So you have places on the side. We have a place for, of course, some Pringles. Our cell phones, just in case we need to text something exciting that's going on in the movie. We're gonna obviously take some pictures of our wonderful night. Armrest is super soft, and then wait until you open this thing up. Bam, look at all this room. We have the popcorn in the center console. We have Skittles, Jujubes, all your favorites, all this room in here. We were able to get it good and plenty. Lori really went all out. Twizzlers, M&Ms, Raisinets, and then here's the best part, of course, especially in the day and age that we're in, we got some Clorox wipes to disinfect and stay clean. We can leave that in here, and then for the movie, I know Lori loves the Raisinets. We both love Twizzlers, so I'm gonna put those down in here for later. We got the Good and Plenty. We'll put that over there for Lori too. I'm gonna take the Skittles for me. Jujubes for me. M&Ms we'll keep in the center, but I feel like we're forgetting something. We do have a sunroof, so you have that wonderful panoramic sunroof. That's something new for 2020. We're gonna leave that open. You'll be able to stargaze if you get bored with the movie, plus a lot of room in that back seat. But the one thing that we're missing, here it is, check it out. Right underneath the nice wood trim, boom, look at that nice, super-sized glove box. And of course, we have our package of Twinkies, one for Lori, one for myself, and you don't have to worry about them getting squished and getting cream all over the place. So as you can see, from a standpoint of packing the snacks, you even have cup holders. We got Diet Dr. Pepper and some gum, because I promise you, I want to be making out later. Lori, I know you're watching right now because you're operating the camera, but we got gum for that. The Twinkies and everything else. You can see just how much room and all the connectivity. Lori's got her phone charging here. We got 12 volt. We got another USB-C. So they really got you connected to make sure that your electronic device doesn't die while you're watching the movie. But if you're ready, we're ready. let's go ahead and start the film. All right, guys, we found our spot. Here she is.
Hey, guys.
My wonderful date for the night.
We got our snacks.
Yes, it's really...
our drinks.
So what do you think right away about this Titan? Now that we parked it, we got our spot for the movie. What do you think about the seats? I'm
digging the seats. And you know I'm a seat snob.
You are a seat snob.
I'm digging the seats, and you know, I mean, they call them zero gravity.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're really comfortable.
Yeah.
I do.
And that's the nice thing is that with the SL trim,
mm-hmm.
having the leather,
mm-hmm.
I think also helps with just...
Especially when you're eating a lot of snacks.
Yeah. Which I have good and plenty.
Yes.
I love good and plenty.
Well, and if you spill the snacks, maybe with the leather, it's
easier to clean.
You don't feel so bad. But no, I mean there's a little bit on the sides of the bolstering
mm-hmm.
here, but it's not invasive at all. I like the stitching.
Yeah.
And there's no squeezing, but there's enough support,
sure.
which is really important.
The materials, they actually did upgrade the interior materials for 2020 on
mm-hmm.
the Titan for sure. Now, the movie we're going to see tonight is a movie called Bloodshot, very good. Called Bloodshot.
With a very famous actor in it. Right?
It's gonna be weird because I'm so used to seeing this actor in so many other movies. Vin Diesel's in it.
I love Vin Diesel, but I have a hard time thinking of him doing anything other than Fast and the Furious.
Tell me about it.
I mean, he is Dom. Really, he should just change his name to Dom.
He did do Pitch Black.
I never saw it.
Well, I think it's almost gonna be like this.
It might be.
It's an action adventure movie, but we wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about not only about the Titan, but so what is your favorite action movie?
Oh, you know, well, first of all, action is my favorite genre of movie.
That is true. Guys, you're not gonna believe it. When you tell me I'm lucky, I'm really lucky. I hit the jackpot because she loves the action movies. She doesn't want, you know, tear jerkers or dramas
I don't like dramas.
Yeah. No.
I was actually trying to think of what my favorite drama film would be, and the only thing I could think of is Lord of the Rings, and I don't think that qualifies as a drama. I think that's an action adventure.
I'm gonna wash this down with some root beer.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, so I would say my favorite action film, gosh, it's probably gonna be Lord of the Rings. Yeah. You know what I really like though? I think it's underrated.
What's that?
That movie Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
With Emily Blunt. She's just
awesome.
A badass.
She was a badass.
Yeah,
I love that. Definitely a badass.
Yeah. Terrible name for a film.
Yes. And I think that's why it didn't do as hot as it did.
What about you?
For me, I think like action. Since we're watching a Vin Diesel movie, I'll go Fast and Furious.
You can't go wrong. Now, which one though? That's the question.
Yeah, there's 30 Fast and the Furious movies. There's Let's Get Furious. Let's Get Super Furious.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
So it's gonna be the original. It's gotta be the original one. That's really where they laid such a great groundwork down, and it just seems that it seems like the further they got away from that, then it got to the point where they were trying to save the planet.
Okay, so do you have a favorite car from the films?
From the first, well, let's stick with the first one. You know, it's gonna actually may surprise a lot of people. Instead of the Supra, I actually really liked Paul Walker's green Mitsubishi Eclipse at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, really? Why?
I feel like the Mitsubishi Eclipse, we kind of have forgotten about the car, and I just love the green, and I just love that opening scene, even though none of it makes any sense or really is true to street racing, but or cars, or even like cars, and they must have like 20-speed transmissions or something. But
one of the best scenes in that film is when him and Dom are at the light with the Ferrari, and the guy's like, Ferrari, more than you can afford.
And
he's like, smoke them.
But we're gonna get a little bit better situated.
We got a lot of room in here.
Yeah, we have a lot of room in here. There's a lot of things for us to talk about before the movie starts.
We gotta test out the back seats too.
Ooh, maybe we should not have the camera on.
We might not.
Well, we'll be back in a split second. All right, guys, we're in the back seat, and what's amazing is that guess what?
What?
I like being back here even more.
It's really comfortable.
Not because you have better opportunity to make out, but also there's more opportunity back here. There's more room.
But that's not why you like it?
All right. I really enjoy being back here. But definitely,
lots of room back here. Very comfortable. And I would say if you brought a family to a drive-in, You're in a good spot with the Nissan Titan.
That's a great news, is that you do have this power sliding rear window.
I mean, I got all this room.
Which maybe you could leave the kids out in the bed, and you and your wife or whoever stay inside.
That's a great
idea. And then you have the power sliding rear window that you could throw M&Ms at them or whatever you want.
The popcorn.
Yeah, just here, take it. Here's a root beer, like spray it on them and stuff. So that's the wonderful thing. Back here you have connectivity too. You got 2 USBs and rear AC. I would like 2 AC vents on the frames, because they're down here. My ankles right now are nice and cool, but up in this area, and maybe it's because we were doing other things.
Well, that could be.
You know, in this area, I feel a little warm.
Yeah,
I feel
it's a little warm.
But
speaking of warm, shouldn't we tell them about our first date?
Yeah. So many of you ask, you know, how Lori and I met, what we did, and all that kind of stuff. And we figured since we were on this drive-in movie date night, why not share it with everybody? So I know you're maybe expecting something fancy, something crazy. It actually was just serendipity. I mean, we were both at the same Panera, and you wound up dropping something, and then I came over to help you pick it up, and then we just started talking.
Yeah.
And then
we were both in line.
Yeah, and you were just there by yourself. I was just there by myself.
Yeah.
And we got something to eat. Because remember, we were just like, we're just here for coffee.
It was kind of like in one of those it was like right before dinner. And I had just gotten off of, I was at an all-day conference.
That's right.
And you were, I think, in the area.
Yeah, I had gone over a friend's house, because that was when I was still riding motorcycles.
Right.
And I checked out his motorcycle.
And it was like a Saturday, like, in between dinner and...
Exactly. And it was nice because we both eventually wound up getting something to eat.
Yep.
And we literally talked for, what was it, like more than 4 hours?
I think we ended up closing, I think they closed it at 10, and we stayed there till, they were vacuuming around
till
us,
10, pretty much.
It was really awesome.
It was really, really adorable, and it was just so great to meet you.
Well, then we exchanged numbers.
We did exchange numbers, and then of course you
walked me to my car.
And you had a little leftover. I remember you had a leftover sandwich. I walked you over to your car, and then I know many of you are like, Joe, we know you went in for the kiss, right? Actually, I did not. I wanted to. I really wanted to. But I held back, and I did the gentleman thing to do, which was a hug.
And he carried
your leftover sandwich,
food out for
you.
I remember that's the first thing I said to my mom, that he was such a gentleman.
And the great news is that you called me the very next day. And we went out
the following day.
The following day
went on
Monday, because that was Sunday. You called me, and then Monday,
and then you came and picked me up,
and we went down to St. Pete when the pier was still there and all that.
If you've been to St. Pete, there's
so beautiful, so beautiful. But that's how we met, and that's how our relationship started, and still amazing and fresh and new. And I really, really love you.
I love you too.
You're so wonderful. So that's the great side of dating and whatnot, meeting somebody. How about, have you ever had a bad, like, what you had to have had a bad first date?
Oh god, well, I've had some
doozies,
real terrible ones. But I have to say, I think the one that takes the cake, and I am not kidding, guys. I'm not making this up. I promise.
This is a real story. I can't believe it.
It was a while ago, and it was when dating sites had first started. Which, if any of you are our age and you know that, they were a little scary back then.
They're a little sketchy.
And so I met up with the guy, and I remember asking him, like, what do you do? Yeah. And he said he was a delivery driver, and so I think I started asking him about his vehicle. Yeah. And he said he had a bike.
A motorcycle?
No.
Oh, because I like I was riding a motorcycle at the time.
Yeah, when we met. No, he was not. He was a bicycle. He
was
a bicycle delivery driver, which I found to be fascinating, because I was trying to figure out how do you do the deliveries on the bike. But aside from that, so at the
did you ride on his handlebars?
No, it did not go anywhere close to that, because of what I'm about to tell you next, or what happened. So actually, we started talking a little bit more. He found out I was a yoga teacher, and that at the time I owned a yoga studio. And so he shared with me that he actually could move things with his mind.
Ooh.
And
like a Jedi?
I wanted to know more about that. So I said, please, You know, what tell me more. What have you actually moved with your mind? And he said that he had telepathically moved a pen, like an ink pen, with his mind. And it is at that point that I got the check and
you were like,
drove home. I have no idea what.
So he did move something with his mind. He moved you far away, right back home.
And I promise you, I'm not making.
She's not making it up one bit.
That actually happened.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
So good times. What about you?
What about me? So I remember in college, one of my friends. I was, single for about a year and a half. There was a year and a half gap there where I was just not getting anything. And it happens to everybody, the best of us, right? And the worst of us. But one of my friends was like, listen, I know this girl, I'll hook you up on a blind date. Do you want to try that? And I'm like, sure, I'm game for anything. So nice girl, sweet, whatever. We're at dinner and we were ordering. She ordered a salad and was very adamant about that she didn't want any cheese on it.
Okay.
And I didn't even really pay any attention to it. I was like, okay,
whatever.
Lots of people don't want cheese on their salad. Who cares? After the waiter walked away, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I have IBS. And I was like, saying to myself, I wasn't even...
Why would she... And you guys hadn't even really gotten...
This was our first...
Did you even know what she did for a living?
No, like we barely that was the date. Like we were going out to dinner.
Hi, nice to meet you. I have IBS.
Hi, nice to meet you. I have irritable bowel syndrome. And I don't have an issue with people that have IBS, okay?
No, that's a serious thing.
No, that's a serious thing.
But that's usually not the first thing you lead in.
Yeah, like tell me a little bit more about yourself. Yeah, like where are you from?
What's your favorite color?
What was she majoring in? Because she was a student at UCF as well. What are you majoring in?
Yeah.
And you know what? I continued with the same... I did the whole date.
Yeah. Well, see, that's nice.
I did the whole date. I was hungry. I was hungry.
And the truth comes out.
And she gave me her cheese, and I like cheese.
Well, there you
go.
go.
You love cheese.
Hey, that's pretty great that, she didn't, you got to eat the cheese. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the many things I love about you is that you love cheese.
I do. And you know what else is funny? Speaking of like food and snacks, I almost got us something that I know a lot of people don't like, but you were eating Good and Plenty's already.
I do licorice.
One of the other reasons, guys, that Joe and I fell so deeply in love together is because we both love black licorice.
Yes, black licorice.
Fight over
I know.
At the Easter.
I know many of them are like, eh.
Yeah, like nobody wants to eat the jelly beans that are the black licorice kind. Yeah. We will fight over those because they're delicious.
It's so true, though.
They're so good.
It's so true.
And
it's so true.
I love black licorice. It's so tasty.
It's so true. So why don't we try to get into this movie and see?
Oh gosh, it's probably
I think it's starting soon. Yes. So give us a second. We're gonna get. I need to get more snacks.
Yeah, we're running low.
Yeah, we're running low already. We'll see you in a second. All right, guys. We're watching the movie. We're in the 2020 Titan. Right away, I think we were talking about how much you love the seats.
The seats are nice.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. The zero gravity seats are really great in here.
They make it worthwhile. You know, I mean, the seat can definitely separate vehicles.
For sure.
And I'm a big fan.
And I think another thing that we're really liking, especially when we're in the back seat, is that panoramic sunroof out there.
Yeah,
With the lights really off, you could really stargaze if you're getting bored with the movie, or maybe you're seeing stars in another way in the back seat. But I think having that panoramic sunroof really opens it up, makes it a little bit more airy in here. And I think the Fender audio system, that really is the cherry on top of this whole thing because of the new speaker system. This is a whole new company they're going with. They dropped the Rockford Fosgate from last year. Fender's all new. Let me give you a little taste of what this sounds like, because it's really like
good action
movie theater quality. Yeah, it's a big scene with a fire happening.
It's not good. All teams, full sweep, eyes on everything. See if there are any more out there. We've got to get out of here. Wow. Sit down. My men will handle it.
I love the surround.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really like being in a movie theater.
It's a really good scene.
I need to get out of this car now. First we sweep, then we switch cars.
It's intense.
Very intense. It's Vin Diesel intense. Speaking of Vin Diesel, where is he?
He's on the move.
He's on the move. So you can hear the bass.
And you can even feel the bass.
You can feel it. You can really feel it.
Oh man.
So one thing that I really like about the fender system is that it's not just about the bass. You are feeling that sensation, but the clarity is really spot on too. I don't know if you heard when the voices, when they were just doing the talking scenes, the voices were very clear.
Yeah, they're very clear.
And that really shows the quality in the system, and I'm so glad that they made that switch. But we definitely got to thank Steve and everybody at Nissan USA for allowing us access to this press week vehicle and allowing us to demonstrate how during this difficult time, this is a great way to do a date night and do the social distancing and yet be in a wonderful environment. Yeah, you could be sitting outside in some lawn chairs or even out in the bed of the truck, but right now in Florida, it's really hot and humid and sticky, and there's a lot of bugs out there. So why not sit in this nice?
Gosh, and the surround sound in here is so worthwhile.
It's like a.
I mean, when we were kids, they didn't have anything like this. You know, they brought some metal thing and
remember
outside.
Back in the day, many moons ago, when you went to a drive-in, you actually, the speaker was there on a pole, and you took the speaker and hung it to the inside side window. Yes. And that's the speaker sound quality that you had. Now we get to tune in through the stereo system, and it's wonderful too having the 9-inch updated infotainment system screen, especially when we were driving down here. Oh yeah. Because we never been here. I didn't even know this existed.
No, we had to put on Apple CarPlay.
And Laura used her phone, and it was real easy. The quality was good with the sound. The clarity of the screen was spot on. But definitely, Steve is the man over at Nissan, and
nice
really
features for sure.
To allow us to do this it's a lot of fun.
I hadn't even thought of doing something like this. We were even saying that we didn't even know that drive-in still existed, especially in Tampa.
I thought the only drive-in left in the United States was like South Dakota or something like that.
Maybe Wyoming,
Iowa. In some big farmland area, you know?
But it's so nice because we can actually still go to the movies.
Yes.
Speaking of, we're
missing the movie. We were missing it.
Yes.
So we are going to be back to wrap this up as soon as the movie's over. So we'll see you in a little bit, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. It's been an amazing night here at the Funland Drive-In. We hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have, and it's given you a little taste of how comfortable the Nissan Titan really is in a drive-in movie theater setting. I know that I kind of want to do more of these. It was such a great time. So if these are the kinds of things you like to see on Rady's Rides, please leave a comment in that comment section. Give it up for Joe. He's working the camera. I know it's a little different for him being behind the camera for once. So leave him some love in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button on your way out. We promise it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to get yourself some great merch, just click the link in the description, and then that'll take you to Spreadshirt, where you can get yourself your very own Rady's Rides t-shirt, which helps us to do more things like this, get more equipment, and bring you more awesome content. So thank you guys again for joining us, and just like always, we'll see you on the next ride.